So, what sold on what not today? Look, this like lame streak is continuing for me. If it were not a holiday week, I would be way more dejected. I'm kind of dejected, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm bummed. But I also know that it's just a weird time. Like this is not the time when people are spending on themselves a whole lot. I was hoping it would pick up a little bit since Christmas technically just passed, but we'll see. My show today, I sold 5 items for a total of $59 before fees. It's going to be about $50 after fees. They were, let me see, 2 first-time buyers and a total of 3 packages that I have. So 2 people bought 2 things each. 1 person bought 1 thing. Let's get them wrapped up, right? All right, let's see. So one of the things that I tried to do today was I did try to do a little bit more conversational stuff because I feel like I get more engagement when we're talking about things, even if it's not vintage related. But I don't know how well that went today. This is the first thing that I'm going to be wrapping up. This is a handmade sweater. It is beautiful. I love it. This sold for, I want to say this was 15. Nothing got, well, that's not true. I don't know. I think 1 thing got a couple bids today. Yes, this sold for 15. So this is going to a new to me customer. So at the end of my show today, I did go raid another seller and she seemed to be doing decently. She had a lot of activity in her shop. So, it's not that the platform is dead necessarily. I of course have all sorts of feelings about it's my inventory, it's my low energy something. I was like not feeling doing this show. I've been, I don't want to say super bummed, like kind of. I've just been like meh, but I was really trying to like turn it on for the show today. This sold another super wrinkly. I'm sorry, I didn't steam them, but they're just vintage like sweatpant kind of shorts. There's the tag, right? Fun. And these sold for $10. They are new old stock, which is also super fun. So I've got those 2. Let's see. So, yeah, I don't know. What I did hold off some of my better inventory. I have some really fun things that I'm going to list, and I'm putting them in next week's show. I didn't want to put them in today's show because I was afraid that it would just be too slow with the holiday. I wasn't confident enough that I could draw the audience today, so I'm going to get them loaded up for next week. And I'm going to try and do it in advance. I want to make next week a pretty enticing show because I feel like I need to get back in that groove. I have not been feeling it, and I want to make it really good and pump myself up. So let's see, the next item is to a return customer, and it was this top. It went for 14 bucks. I think I started it at 10, and I know it's pretty epic, right? Like, look at these sleeves. Amazing. The reason that I had it starting lower in the first place was because I don't know what era this is. I think it's 90s at the earliest. It's possible that it's modern. I'm not positive. There are 0 tags on it, but it's really epic. So it got a couple of bids, which is nice. And it does show that even when your show is super slow, you can still get, people. Let's see. And it wasn't requested either. It's one of the things that I find really interesting is, obviously, like, if somebody requests that I show or run an item, I am more than happy to do that. But a lot of times people don't request things. So I just run through things automatically, and then people will bid on them sometimes. That was the case here, and more than one person bid on it. So, I'll take it. But it is interesting to me that people won't request that things be run. I know that when I'm in another seller's show, I don't necessarily request things, but also a lot of the time, I'm not requesting things because the sellers don't have them preloaded, So, all right, let's see. Why am I, there we go. Okay, and then my last package has 2 things. It's a new to me customer, and she bought, oops, please stay there. skirt for $20, $10. It was 10. This is a Sandy Starkman. Sandy Starkman pieces can go for a lot of money. They are like a later, like when they're vintage, I feel like she started in like the 80s. I don't know if this is modern or vintage, which again, I disclosed during the show. If it's vintage, probably like 90s. But it's a really cool skirt. It's like a cotton gauze kind of fabric. Really pretty colors, obviously. So there's that. And then the second item that she purchased was this robe, which is a nice little like 80s style, 80s, not 80s style, right? Seersucker, scalloped, nice, lightweight, pretty robe. So that was also $10. And that's everything. Sorry, look at like the top of my head is all cut up. All right, anyway, that was my show. I am doing a second show this evening. I don't know what I'm going to do to try and pump myself up for that. I've been, like, I absolutely feel like sometimes that can impact the show. Like, if you're doing a show and you're like, here's the bathroom and it's right? It's not fun. Nobody wants to watch you, like, struggle through talking about your own inventory, but also, I don't know. So I got to see if I can get myself pumped up to do it. It doesn't help that I, like, my sourcing has been lackluster. I have not had a sale on any platform besides Whatnot since December 19th. Today is the 28th. So overall, I feel like my business is very stagnant recently, and it's sad and makes me depressed. But we're going to get through it. It's okay. We're going to be okay. So that is everything. I appreciate y'all watching this. I'm not ending because I'm hopefully doing a part 2 to this. And hopefully it's going to have like 700 things to sell all tonight, right? That's going to happen. Positive vibes. So I'll see you in a little bit for part 2. What's sold on Whatnot Evening Edition? Nothing. Nothing sold because I actually canceled my show. I was so just like meh. Just meh. I was meh about my morning show. I was meh about my inventory. I was meh about my greasy hair and my faded throughout the day makeup, and I was not feeling it. And, you know, it was December 28th, that like between Christmas and New Year's mood for everyone. And it seemed like shopping was not on people's agenda. Also, I psyched myself out a little bit because I looked to see how many other sellers were going to be live around the same time as me. And it kind of seemed like a lot. And combined with all the meh, I was just like, you know, let's just cancel this show. So nothing sold. It was a hideous day. But the good news is, maybe for me, I have a lot of really cool inventory that I'm going to be putting into my January 4th show. So I'm going to work on that earlier. I'm actually filming this like 2 days, 2 days later, as you can maybe tell. Anyway, so there's that. But I'm going to hopefully work on making the January 4th show a more exciting show. So fingers crossed. Let's hope that works. I also have dyed a whole bunch of lingerie. So I think that I'm going to try and schedule a lingerie show in enough time for a Valentine's Day thing, like maybe around January 25th, I think was the date I was looking at. So that should be fun. Anyway, thanks so much. And I will see you again soon with hopefully a longer and more exciting video.